Hey guys, what's up? Arshkasady here, and so today I'm just going to be bringing you a quick investing guide, the one that I promised so long ago. And so basically, I would only recommend this for people with large amounts of capital that are just lying around, as opposed to people with smaller banks, just because at that point, you're probably better off just active flipping and building up your bank and gaining more experience. But anyways, if any of you are familiar with Keynesian economics, then any money that is saved or hoarded and not actively invested back into the markets is only hurting the economy. So, get to work, make that money. And there are pretty much four situations that you can be looking for. And so the first one would be lowballing slash highballing. Now, this could be considered inactive flipping rather than investing, but it's kind of on that borderline, so I thought I'd mention it anyways. And it's basically placing an offer that is well below or above the instant buy and sell prices. Now, the advantages of this is obviously it's pretty little effort because you can leave it in for long amounts of time. Probably the most infamous method is just to leave a max cash offer for like a blue party hat or a Christmas cracker, because once it does fill, then you're looking at a huge profit. But anyways, yeah, this is something that you just want to leave overnight, and if it fills, great. And if it doesn't fill, then the only thing that you're wasting is time. So in here, I just have an example of dragon crossbows. So bought them overnight, sold them the next night, and looked at a pretty decent profit, pretty good margin. And just moving on to the next method now, method number two, and that would just be updates from jagex. It's always good to look at the front page, but you might also want to consider checking out the forums for any tidbits, looking at the ninja updates because that can be pretty helpful, and just, I don't know, hanging out in a JMods friends chat because, you might get that little tidbit of information that'll put you above the competition. And because this is RuneScape, then you probably won't be thrown in jail for insider trading. So you do want to make the most of any information that you have that your competition doesn't have. And so probably the most well-known merchanting opportunity in terms of Jagex updates is bonus XP weekends, because obviously during that weekend, then skilling supplies skyrocket quite dramatically. And so right now on your screen, I just have an example of blue dragon leathers. I probably could have bought up a lot more, but it was just kind of a last minute thing. But I did make a pretty decent profit on it, so I'm not going to complain. And basically, method number three now is when you are familiar with an item and for some reason it dips unusually low for no apparent reason. Um, so it can be for any number of reasons, so you might want to be cautious about this. But basically, if the item is pretty stable, then if it does dip below a certain point, then chances are that it will rebound back to its normal price. So a lot of scaling supplies are like this. So obviously, you do want to be paying attention to updates because it might not be, it might actually be for a reason and might not rebound. So just watch out for yourself. And for my example for this scenario, then I do have a picture of a static gloves flip. Now at the time, 20 mil was kind of low for static gloves, so that's why I did invest in it. I only got five of them, but I did get a hefty profit from it, so not complaining there either. And finally, the last thing I would suggest is that um, when you find a method that is higher XP rates than the normal method, but was limited by its cost efficiency, and for whatever reason, it's now more cost efficient to do the method with higher XP rates than the lower XP rates. So, what the heck does that mean, right? So my example would be through prayer. So, Dragon Bones or Infernal Ashes is probably the norm for most players to train prayer. Sorry. Um, so air root bones are a hell of a lot faster than that, of course. But at the At the beginning, when they were first released, people didn't realize just how good they were, and didn't realize the cost efficiency of doing them. So, for a while, it was much more cost efficient to do air boons over Dragon Bones or Infernal Ashes. And when comparing 6 or 700k per XP per hour versus about 300, then obviously I did want to buy up air bones just because I knew that once people caught on to this, then it would rise dramatically, and that's what I did here in this example. And so those are the four scenarios that I would recommend looking for. And in terms of that last one, you can always just check out many of the RS Wiki calculators, and then just browse through those. So if you see like an unusually high or low GP per XP for a certain method, then you do want to get on that and hopefully get a lot of money. Well, that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. Like the video if you liked it, of course. Comment with any comments. Subscribe for more content. And as always, stay fishing, my friends.